let's get into the list. I have two lists for you today. I'm starting with the first, is the top 5 schools in Massachusetts. Nursing programs in Massachusetts, and I really want to do this because I think it's important, right? And even before I start with this list, the school I went to, it was a junior college, Mass Bay Community College. I absolutely loved my time there. I thought my professors were amazing. I passed the boards on my first attempt. So with that all being said, right, when you're a nurse, when you get into a nursing program, no matter what school you go to, you all have to pass the same boards to graduate. But more importantly than that, after you pass the boards, right, I don't know if you could get bypassing the NCLEX just by memorizing things. Critical thinking is just the core of nursing, and that test is that hard because of the critical thinking that's needed. But even past that, being a nurse today, I do feel sufficient. I do feel like I am just as good as my colleagues that I work with. I'm saying all of this just to let you guys know, yes, it is important to get the top school. Yes, that can be important to get the top school if that's what you want. If you want the best of the best and you're willing to pay for the best of the best, go do you please, right? The better these programs are, the better the nurses we get, and I am all for it. I am all for it. But it's not just about the list, where your school ends up on the list, right? Am I saying this because I'm a little bitter? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If I could do it again, if I had all the money in the world, knowing where I'm at today, I would do it the exact same way because of the price that I had to pay for school, which was zero compared to this. Let me get into it. Sorry for making you wait, but I had to say my piece, all right? University of Massachusetts Lowell at number 5. And this is, like I said, top 5 schools, top 5 nursing programs in Massachusetts, all in Massachusetts. If you're not in Massachusetts, I'm sorry, but if you're not in Massachusetts, come on into Massachusetts, because Massachusetts has the goddamn best nursing programs ever. So, University of Massachusetts Lowell, I'm going to tell you the price and the acceptance of admission rate. And then I'll just a little bit by why it's on the list. So, University of Massachusetts Lowell, tuition is $29,900. The admission rate, 60%, which is decent. I think it's pretty much average. And the reason it's at number 5 is because of all the options they have, especially with the master's program. You get your master's in family health nursing, master's in adult gerontology nursing, and then there's multiple ways for you to get your bachelor's in nursing as well. So you can do the fast track, you could just do day program, half online. There's a lot of options. So options on both the nursing BSN program and options for your master's program. That's why it's number 5 on the list. And it's just average priced with an average admission rate. Okay? Moving to University of Massachusetts Amherst, which is number 4. That in-state tuition is $30,000, slightly more than UMass Lowell. And then its admission rate is also at 60%, same as UMass Lowell. And the reason this is at number 4 is because they have one of the best programs for nursing in general in the country, not just Massachusetts, in the country. Not as many options, but the prestige of the program is just top notch. They won't have too many opportunities for specialization, but there's also an accelerated program. So that's one of the very few options that you do have. There's an accelerated BSN program. That's number 4. Number 3, UMass Boston. And I like UMass Boston. I'm very price oriented, if you can't tell, but that's just me. That's just me specific. UMass Boston. Tuition, $13,800. $13,800. That's at least $10,000 less than both UMass Lowell and UMass Amherst. And the admission rate is at 69%. So lower cost, higher admission, right? So that's why it's at number 3. But understand something. Nursing school is nursing school is nursing school. Yes, the admission rate might be higher. I don't know how many of those people admitted would finish. All I'm saying is it's difficult. If you get through the program and you pass the NCLEX, that's what matters. Getting in is important. You got to start. Majority of the struggle is just getting there, but you do need to finish. But that's why it's at number 3. Number 2, Simmons College. This is where the tuition starts jumping through the goddamn roof. Simmons College has $57,685 tuition. Yearly school admissions at 64%. Actually a little higher than some of the state schools. Tuition is astronomically higher than some of the state schools. $57,000 a year is a whole lot of money. But the reason that this Simmons College is at number 2 is because they have an undergraduate program, a BS to MS BSMS program. You can either do the 4 years and get your BSN, or you can do the 5 years and graduate with a master's in nursing. And I think this is huge, 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 huge. Everyone and their mother has been saying since the day I started nursing school, think about getting your master's, think about becoming an NP, think about becoming an advanced practice nurse, because that's where just the world is moving. The better education you have, the more autonomy you have, the better nurse you'll be, right? And this is all right and correct. I don't know how fast they're moving into the master's degree side of things. I still think they're trying to get the majority of nurses to get their bachelor's degree, but it is important. And if you are a nurse and you want to be a nurse for forever, and you don't think you want to be doing bedside nursing forever, getting a master's degree is super important. And if you do it now, do it soon, especially when you're already in school and you don't forget things and you know you're ready in that groove. Get it done, get it done, get it done. I think many more schools are going to be doing this BSMS program situation. And then the top notch, number one, the big guns. The best nursing school in Massachusetts, which is probably top 3, if not top. I mean, if it's not top 3, it's definitely top 5 in the nation. But it's number 1 in Massachusetts. Is Boston College. Tuition though, When I saw this number, I said, "God damn, it better be the best school." $70,000, $500 a year for tuition. Admission rate is 31%. They just have a phenomenal program. Right, nursing program, very prestigious, and then on top of that, I think it's one of the very few schools in the country, yes, in the country, that has a really good CRNA program. So Boston College is that top dog, number 1. But just to reiterate, if your school is not on this list, and this is also by nurses.org, but nurse.org. I'm going to put the link so you can see the top 10, not just the top 5. But if your school is not on that list, and if you're in Massachusetts, if you're a nurse and you're successful at nursing and you're doing it right, congratulations. If you're a future nurse, understand, it's not about the list, the school on the list. It's about the person you are and what school would bring out the best of your education, right? That is what the question is. That's what the question is. Yes, picking a school on this list is helpful because you know they're reputable, they're known, and they do really good things. That's nice, but you do want to do your own research. And if you're thinking about doing nursing, I don't think I need to tell you that, because you're on your way to the best profession in the goddamn world.